What's up, guys? It's HuntNdig and I am back. After being out for a few years or so, I have finally found the time to get back into metal detecting, and I am very happy. Real quick, I want to go over 3 things for beginners. I want to touch on the 3 main subjects that I feel is going to help out beginners more than anything. And let's talk about the first one. The most common question that I see from beginners is, what metal detector should I get? But we have to break that down. There is no perfect metal detector for everybody. There is the right metal detector, but there's no perfect metal detector. So we have to think about a few things before you get into purchasing a metal detector. First, let's talk about why you decided to metal detect. Is it somebody that you know got you into it? Somebody, like in my situation, my granddad got me into it a long time ago, and it's something that I've always had the desire to do, even when I wasn't doing it? Or did you just start watching videos on YouTube and think that it's something you might like to do? All right, so let's talk about this. If it's somebody that got you into it, somebody that you know personally that piques your interest in metal detecting, first, see if they have one you can borrow, or see it better yet, if you can go with them and metal detect with them for a little while. 2, if it's just a desire that you've had, like in my situation where my granddad got me into it and I didn't get to do it with him a whole bunch, but it's something that I've always been interested in, then you might not know somebody with a metal detector, so you're going to obviously have to go out and get one yourself. And 3, this is probably the most important one. If you just started watching videos and decided that you like it and that it's something that you want to start doing, my suggestion would be to stop watching videos for like 7 days. Take a break for a week and don't watch any metal detecting videos. And then at the end of that 7 days, if that's something that you still think you're interested in, then go on from there, and we can move on and start to figure out which metal detector is right for you. Okay, so how do we determine which metal detector is going to be right for you? Well, first, that is determined by where you're going to be metal detecting. Do you live near a beach? Do you live near playgrounds? Do you live near open fields? That's what the difference is going to be. There are a lot of great metal detectors for a budget that can detect in all these situations, and they range from anywhere from $100 to $1,000. You can spend as much or as little as you want depending on your needs. My suggestion is, if you're going to be hunting grass and playgrounds and parks, away from lakes and water and sand, anything like that, then you can get by with a Fisher F2. I say get by. You can actually perform very well with a Fisher F2, a Garrett Ace 250, a 350, a White's Coin Master. These are all within $150 to $300. But if you're talking about going to lakes, getting into sand, different types of soil composition, then you're going to need something a little bit more powerful. You can go with the Fisher F4. The Garrett Ace 350 is still really good. I just got an AT Pro, and it's an extremely versatile machine. And I picked mine up from a guy who was metal detecting with me, who no longer desires to metal detect because he just went out and bought whatever on a whim because he felt like he needed to. So he used it 3 times. I picked it up. I picked up the AT Pro, the Garrett pinpointer, the Lesh digging tool, the Garrett backpack, and some other odds and ends, this hat, and I only spent $550, and he used it 3 times. So that was like an extremely good deal. But really what you need to determine for the metal detector that's going to suit your needs is where you're going to be hunting. If you're just going to parks and stuff, and you're just getting into the hobby, don't go crazy. Garrett Ace 150s, Fisher F2s, White's Coin Masters, all of them under 200, 250 bucks. Great machines. They will get you started off in the right direction, and then you can go from there. It will save you a lot of money in the long run. I've had a lot of friends decide, oh yeah, I want to start metal detecting because you are, and then a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, they no longer do it, and they spent 300 or 400 bucks for nothing, for absolutely nothing. So make sure that it's something that you want to do before you go out and buy it. And if you have any questions, let me know and I'll answer them the best I can. Moving on. So we've decided and determined what metal detector is right for you and how to determine that. Number 2, lower your expectations. We have to realize when we're watching YouTube, not everybody is honest. Yes, there are a bunch of genuine metal detectors out there who truly show you their true digs and their true finds. But there are also a lot of people out there who plant finds, which means they hide whatever they're metal detecting in the ground, and they act like they dig it up, and they say, oh, look at this 1805 coin from whatever. It's just to get views. So lower your expectations a little and realize that you're breaking into a hobby that takes many people years and years and years to master, and no one ever perfects. So lower your expectations, and don't get the idea that you're going to go out and find 15 gold rings the first time you go to the beach. You're going to find 500 coins from the 18th century. You're going to find every Civil War relic that you've ever seen on YouTube or on TV. If you're going into that thought process or that mindset, I would suggest that you really reconsider even getting into the hobby, because you're going to quickly burn out and you're going to be very dissatisfied with the handful of clad change and maybe a few knickknacks and stuff that you find in the ground. Now, I don't want to discourage you, because you will eventually and you might get lucky and find something right away, but you will eventually find gold rings, silvers, and just old relics and things like that. But start out slow and lower your expectations a little bit and go into it with an open mind, and you'll be a lot happier and a lot more successful down the road. And the third thing that I want to suggest is do your research. Get online, look up old maps, read about the history of where you live or where you're going. I found some great old maps. I think it's like aerialmaps.com or something like that, with amazing aerial photos of where I live, and I've been able to find amazing places to hunt through just doing research through the map and the library and things like that. So do your research and really look into where you're hunting. Now, if you just like going to parks and tot lots and playgrounds, then you really don't have to do much research other than to find out where they're at. But you're going to clean those out pretty fast, and odds are you're not the only one metal detecting there. So find information either online at the local library or by whatever means, and do research and find out where you're hunting. Be patient, and those beeps will come. Those treasures, those finds, those digs, they'll come. You'll be much happier, and you'll have a much better experience. I hope this helps, and if you have any questions, let me know. Let's get out there and start doing some metal detecting. Alright guys, what's going on? So we are now at a park, just a local park, nothing special, but I do have Kinley with me.
Hi.
And we are going to metal detect around this sand volleyball pit, and then we've got a picnic area, places where people have a lot of parties, and then we got a playground over there, and we got all kinds of grass to metal detect in. Okay, so I just got a high 90 tone, and look at this. We found a ring right in the sand. Wow. Oh, it's a James Avery too.
Really?
Yeah. Unbelievable. Surprisingly, there's not that many trash targets in here, so it's making it kind of nice. I don't have to keep bending over. Very few retrievable targets, but that's okay. We're gonna keep looking. All right, so after I found that ring, I got really excited and started moving a lot faster, started swinging my detector faster, and I've just got to make sure to slow down and to keep my pace right and to keep my swing right so that I don't miss anything. That's pretty important when it comes to detecting. It's all right to get excited, just keep it under control. So we stopped real quick to take a break to get some water and cool off for a second. It's about 95, 96 degrees out here, but we have a little bit of cloud, so it's not too bad. What do you think so far?
That's good.
You like metal detecting?
Yeah, I can't believe we found something big.
The ring?
Yeah.
I know, that's pretty cool, huh? We won't always find stuff like that, I promise you that.
Yeah, we need to check over there and by the park.
Yep. Sun's starting to go down, and we've covered a lot of this area with the sand volleyball pit, and pretty good day. Some quarters and pennies and nickels and dimes, but this was definitely the beauty of the day. Is a James Avery sterling silver ring. Happy hunting and good luck. We had fun today, learned a lot about the AT Pro. Kinley had a good time, we found an awesome ring, and we got to spend a lot of time together. So this has been one of the best birthdays I've had in a long time. Huh? You want to do a flip?
Yeah.
All right, Kinley's gonna show you all flip real fast. That's gonna do it for us, guys.